Hey everyone, I'm Coach Dave. I am a high school media teacher and a flag football coach in Southern California. And I wanted to show you FlagUp, an app that I developed for me on the sidelines. I hope you'll like it. So the first thing we're going to do is click sign in on the top right, and you're going to want to create your account. Just put in your name, your email, and a password. It's going to send you an email, and from there it'll give you a verify. You just click on it and you're in. So I'm going to go in here into my demo account and hit that, and we're going to dive into the app. So the app is browser based. There's no downloading from the App Store. It works on Android, it works on iOS, iPad, iPhones, computer, whatever you want to do. Right now I'm on my iPad Pro, and right now we're going to go in here and we're going to look for the things that we need to do. This is the dashboard, so you're going to see start game, plan practice, manage rosters, drill library, player suggestions, seasons, and team settings. I can go into team settings here. I can manage teams. Here I have a FlagUp demo team. I'm going to create a new FlagUp demo team. And your first time logging in, you're actually going to see add team right away. So you want to go in here. I'm going to do FlagUp demo, and I'm going to call this number 2. And then you're going to choose what sport you do. So are you flag football 5v5, 7v7, 4v4? Are you in a passing league? Whatever it is, you can put in there. We are a 7v7 league, so I'm going to leave that in there. What's my age group? So I'm going to choose varsity high school, and then of course the year, and we're going to click create. So now it's going to ask us to create our roster. I'm going to click on add player, and we're just going to put in Jane Sampson, and then her jersey number would be 12. What position is she? Let's just say she's a quarterback and a safety. And I have confirmed is that you're letting them know that you're going to have their daughter's or son's name in the app. And it's just a simple email to send out to them, and they're going to be fine with it. Click save. And there we go. I've got her in there, and I can actually upload a CSV file if you want that contains their jersey number, their name, their positions, and if they're active or not. Or you can even just copy and paste things in that you want. So it's pretty simple to add your roster. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. Then I'm going to go back into home, and I've got other things here. Here you can see we're in season 2026. Let's go back into settings for a second. Here is where you can manage your seasons. So you can add a new season. Maybe you've got a fall season, or maybe you're a club and have them all year round. So you can change all the seasons in there. Let's go back for a second. This is where you manage your teams. So like I said, you can have more than one team in the Pro plan. This is where your billing is. We have a complimentary plan. You'll see all that. If you want dark mode or light mode, so depending on how you like to work, I like the dark mode personally. Now this is a parent share link that you can send the recap and the stats to parents. They can also use this QR code. So when a game ends, you can send this link out and they'll be able to see all that. And then down below here, it says Playbook link. So I can click this on and I'll be able to share the playbook with my team. Okay, let's go back to home, and we've seen roster. So the third thing here is I can go in and choose practice. So I might want to create a plan here. We're going to call this Monday practice, or Monday the date, or whatever. Here's the date right here, and you can choose it from the calendar. We'll choose that for Monday. Then what's my duration? Is it 90 minutes? Is it 2 hours? So I'm going to make them work because it's the beginning of the season. What's my focus theme? I can type that in there if I want. So I'm going to say conditioning and agility. And then I can put in some notes here if I have any notes or things like that. And then I can actually save this as a template. The template can be for conditioning and agility. Maybe that's a better name for the title, of course, too. And then here is where I can click add drill. And in my drills, there's a huge amount of drill libraries here. Scoured the internet for great drills and put them all in here. Here's a thing called the 2-minute drill. I can click on that. And here it is down here. And it tells me what to do that for special situations. We're going to add another drill here. We'll scroll down. End zone fade, maybe we want to do, but we're doing conditioning. So let's look up warm-up and conditioning stuff. Acceleration series. Great. Let's add that in there. Here's information on that. And it's just a great way to add drills. We're going to add save here. So now we've got that practice plan all set up. And it actually tells you exactly what you're going to do. So the 2-minute drill, we're going to get the offense to get on the line fast, no wasted steps. The quarterback's going to be the quarterback on the clock, not just the ball. So you can see down here, it's really explained. And actually, I'm going to go down to the drills library here, and you'll see we've got a ton of drills like I was showing you for passing routes and all kinds of stuff. Flag pulling defensive things. You can see what they're all about when you click on them. There's a flag evasion drill, a mirror. So you got lots of options. Okay, so that's how we set up practice. We've got this ready to go. And I can duplicate it if I want, whatever. So all of this can live on your phone. So if you're out in the field, you want to pull up your phone and go, yeah, this is what we're doing for practice. Let's go. So that's why I thought it was really convenient. That's the way I work. I love having things on my phone that I can get into and work. So now we're going to go into let's go down to the play designer. So this is the play designer. We have no plays in this, so we're going to click on new. And here we can name the play. Which formation is it? Let's say trips right. We can go in here and say, is this a pass, run, or screen, or special? I'll just leave that for now. We're going to call this flood. Here I can type in coaching notes if I have any notes that I want on there. And then I can choose 7v7 or 5v5. And then have defense and offense. What you do is you make sure the selection tool is selected, and you can click on any of these and move them around. Some people don't want to deal with the defense. They just want to see the offensive play, so you can just toggle the defense off. And now you've just got this. One thing that I might want to do is bring the quarterback back. I have my wide receivers. They're numbered 1 through 5, a center, and a quarterback. So if I want to do, for example, maybe I'm going to flood the right zone. I'm going to take the wide receiver 3. I'm going to pick a route here. I have a whole route library here. And I'm going to look for maybe a corner over there. I'm going to pick wide receiver 2. And we're going to go for another route here. And let's see, maybe we'll do another corner there. And then maybe I'm going to do the wide receiver 1. Because my quarterback can throw the heck out of the ball. I might just do a fly and go, so kind of mix that up there. And then a wide receiver 5 might do the same thing, so let's just add that there. And we'll put wide receiver 5 as another fly and go, and we're just flooding over on this side of the zone. We've got a safety here to be able to throw to wide receiver 4 in case this gets crazy, or the center hanging out around there. Anyhow, we've got this great play. And now I have options down here to save it to my playbook, which is the first thing I want to do. And here it is. And so what's nice about the playbook that I love is that I can put all these plays in here. So here's a really fun feature. You can share with players. So maybe your quarterback's been your quarterback for a long time and they're seeing things that are really working out there when I try a new play. So instead of you having to make time to sit down with them right now, maybe you've got something going on, you want to send them a link. So you're going to send them this link, then they can open up on their device and do the play themselves, name it, everything, and click save. And then it's going to go into an area over here called suggestions. And these will be where suggested plays are. And then you can review it and make changes or whatever, and then accept it, and it can be inside of your playbook. So you've got all these plays that you can put together here. And one of the things that I wanted when I became coach was I want all my players to wear wristbands so they won't forget the plays. And so what I did is make this available so you can print it. So if you click on print on wristband, I'm going to click the one play. And this is in the pro plan, by the way. When you click Wristband Builder, it's going to take you in here, and it's going to ask you what kind of wristband do you have. It's got options. How do you want the grid laid out? Is it offense or defensive sheets? It's just really expandable. You can drag to reorder the plays. So if the plays are all in here, we only got one right now, but if there were more, I can drag them around to see what I want first through last. And then it tells you to set your printer to 100% and do not use fit to page. So it tells you how to work that. And then here's a preview of what it's going to look like. And then once you get the piece of paper, you just cut it out and put it inside of your wristband. So this was a feature that I really wanted for my kids to have, so I'm sharing this with all of you. Here's game sheets, so I can download game sheets if I have all my plays ready to go for the game and I just want to have them ready. I can download that. I can print the playbook, like I said, and send this out as a PDF to all the teammates. I can go in here and change it newest to oldest, things like that. So that's the playbook, and that's the how do you make plays. So when I took over this job and I had asked some of the players, I'd love to see some of the stats from last year's, and they had no stats taken whatsoever. They didn't have anyone there, even just writing things down. And I thought that was not very good. So I decided I need to make a tool that's going to be able to do this for me. So here's the stat thing. We're going to go into season. We're in the season that's active right now. You'll see we need to have a game first. So let's go into games, and we'll create a game, and we'll call these people the underdogs, because we're going to destroy them. But they're really underdogs high school. And we're going to go into the date. Today's Friday, the 24th of July. I'm going to click yes. It's a home game. And location, I can put whatever I want. I'm going to click create game. And here you'll see that I've got counters here. So all of this that we can do in the stats can be done on your iPad. Maybe you want to hand it to a manager and let them take the stats during the game. Or what I like and what I seem to find is that I talk to the boosters and parents of the kids, and they would love to be involved, and they understand the game. And so I want them to sit up in the stands and be able to work together and take these great stats for us. So here's the game. I'm going to click on Jane Sampson, and you'll see that we've got a bunch of things here to take. So pass attempts, completions, passing yards, touchdowns, rush attempts. So here's everything. If we go to defense, you'll see they've got pull flags, sacks, pass deflections, interceptions, and defensive touchdowns. And so what happens here? So let's say it's 1st and 10, and she is going to, or 1st and 20 in flag, sorry. She's going to do a pass attempt. So we did one. It was a completion. And we're going to do passing yards was for 15 yards. And then that was it. And then the second, so the quarterback's going to rush for 5 yards. And then, so now she's got a first down. We're going to do one rush attempt there, of course, as well. And then we're going to go to our next one, pass attempt. We're going to do passing yards of 57 yards. It was a great pass. They got a completion as well. And this is great. So you can keep going on and on. And then we're going to do one passing touchdown that they got. And you can see the score is 6-0. And now we're on defense. So I'm going to click on defense. And Jane's just on fire at safety, just coming up and pulling the flag on everyone. So I'm going to click, she's got 4 pull flags. She did a safety blitz and got a sack, deflected three passes, picked up 1, and actually scored a defensive touchdown. And now we've got 12 points there. We can also add extra points here and all that stuff. So that will be in there as well. So the game's gone great. And now I'm just going to do end game. So the AI recap looks amazing. What a fantastic performance by FlagUp Demo 2 this week. What I love about this is that I can just send this out the way it is, or I can just copy and paste that and put it into an email to all the parents in the school and whatever, local newspapers, all of that stuff. Highlight of the day was undoubtedly the massive effort from Jane Sampson, who seemed to be everywhere at once. On the offensive side, Jane was perfect through the air, so you can see how it highlights the people based on their stats. So I think it's such a fun feature to have in our app. I'm going to close this whole thing now. There's our game. Now we can add our next game and just keep going on to different games. And then in the stats section, you'll see the game leaders, the season leaders, and just leaders in general. And you can see Jane's here is leading all of it. And once you have all of your roster in there, you're going to see all kinds of great stats and names. And I think this is a really fun thing for the girls or boys to see. And that is FlagUp right now. This is where we're at, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or feature requests, please reach out to me at hello@getflagup.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.